Hello, Tony and Rose Kitchen from Australia. Today, a few people asked me how do I do the cannoli. Let me assure you that you can do it easy, simple, and that. The cannoli I'm doing today, sorry I'm with the t-shirt, singlet because it's very hot, very hot. And anyway, I'm home. So, and it's not a dirty t-shirt either, so it's okay. Today I want to show you again and again. Some people say, please Tony, how did you do bread cannoli? Now, this is the toast. I buy toast bread, I repeated many times before, and I take the crust out of them from both four sides, okay? Look at that. Okay. This one I've got here a beaten egg. Beaten egg is the best to combine them together. Now I don't know if you can exactly see me what I'm doing. Okay, so I get the roller. This is the toast bread again. And I roll it out as thin as possible. As thin. Okay, I'm not gonna keep repeating. Please write down what I'm saying. Write down, please. And whoever asked me, try to find the video on YouTube on my name, or find Facebook. Of course, I put them on Facebook. Okay, make sure the bread is fresh, please. The best way to buy the toast bread fresh. Now this is the tube. What I do now, I'm gonna roll it on the tube like that. Okay, all the way, slowly. On the edge here, as you can see, I got the egg, beaten egg. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paste the top of that and paste the bottom on the other side, the edge. So what I do now, I will press them together like that. Just press them a bit firm. Okay, press them a bit firm, which is terrific, you know. You can do them with the brush, you can do them with your hand. If you do them for people, do them with the brush, okay? If you do them for yourself, do them with your finger. Nobody's gonna tell you nothing. Even if they tell you, it doesn't matter anyway. But if you do it for people, please to make sure that it's a clean bacteria, because I wash my hand, I sanitizer, you know, and I wash it again after I sanitize it, because I don't want that smell of sanitizer on the thing. And there is the cannoli from bread. Now leave it on a plate, put it on a plate, you know. Then you need to warm the oil. Make sure that you warm the oil in medium heat, please. Not overheat it, okay? Just make it nice. Don't boil it high, because it will burn them. And it doesn't make them nice. So if you can, please. And when you press them down, put them the side of the thing, and you put them on a plate or on a tray, just put it face down, so they dry together, stick together, okay? Now, I'll show you another one, and then I'm gonna tell you the filling. There you are, another one. Get the roller. Roll it as thin as possible, as long as you can, okay? Because then they'll puff up a bit when you fry them in oil. You can use any kind of oil. That makes no difference. You can use canola, sunflower. I like the sunflower oil, or canola oil is not so bad either. So there it is. And that's the tube. I got a couple of different tubes here, okay? Some I bought, and some I cut from the curtain tube or blind tube. I cut them, you know, about 4 or 5 inches. Okay, you can cut them longer if you want. So what I'm gonna do now, again, I will roll the bread like that. Okay, you can do them with the brush, but because I'm doing it for me, I'm doing it with my clean finger. One, like that. Paste the bottom and paste the top, please. Okay? Now, That's it. Press them together tight, okay? Press them tight, doesn't matter. They'll come out after when you fry them. The tube come out very easy from the bread, okay? Now, what I've done the pasticcio filling, but different. This is a different, similar to the pasticci corned beef pasticci, but I done them because I'm doing cannoli. I put potatoes, carrots. I don't put potatoes and carrots when I do the corned beef pasticci, okay? So what I done, I got a tin of corned beef. I cut one full onion, I put garlic, I put basil, I put curry, okay? I cut one carrot, tin, I cut one boiled potato, I boiled the potato, I cut it, so I have fillings, okay? Now, you can do any kind of filling, of course, it's up to you. When they're done, this one they last much longer than the cannoli that you buy, the wine cannoli. Now, if you want taste on this, you can paste them with vanilla, but don't cook them straight away. Let the vanilla shrink. You can paste them with wine, but let the wine, so don't put much, just a tiny bit for taste if you want to. So then, what you need to do then is you can fill them up with Nutella, you can fill them up with ricotta, you can fill them up with custard. You can fill them up with hazelnut that you buy in the jar, okay? You can fill them up with coconuts, you know? If you put the coconuts with condensed milk, you don't need to cook it, because coconut you can eat it as is. But if you want to do it blotch, you know, or tight, just mix the coconuts with condensed milk and put some vanilla essence in it or whatever. But if you do them with ricotta, you can do them plain, or you can do the ricotta like the cannoli with cherries, nuts, chocolate, all sorts of sweet in it, you know. Usually that's what I do. I put chocolate, not cocoa, chocolate. I grate the chocolate with ricotta, I put sugar, I put cherries, you know, you can put whatever you want anyway, after all. And then you can fill them up with that. And then you dust them with the icing sugar, okay? And you can eat them. That's all you can do. So today, as I said, I'm doing it with corned beef, peas, potato, carrots, onions, garlic, basil, curry, cook them. And then you can pipe out, okay? You can pipe them out. You can after they cook, you can always mash them into the blender, so they be mashed, all of them, and you can pipe them out into the cannoli. This is Tony and Rose Kitchen, and I hope you make them, because look, this one, if you want to make them for the kids, you can fill them up with sweets. If you want to make them for the kids, you can fill them up with mashed vegetable, mashed, and they wouldn't even know, okay? Mashed potato, mashed vegetable. You can put corned beef if they like corned beef. If they don't like corned beef, you can put minced steak, you know, and ground it properly on the blender, so it will be mashed too. And you can give it to them to school, because they can eat it cold and they can eat it hot. Okay, you can give it to them as a dessert with custard. Okay, most of it with custard. You can fill them up with Nutella, but too much. So it's best to, you know, because you gotta put too much Nutella. Nutella is too much for the kids, too much. So if I were you, I fill them up with custard, and then you can mix a couple of tablespoons Nutella with the custard, and it will be beautiful too, but you don't give them as much all Nutella. And you can do them with many things that you can create, invent, and it's not gonna harm you. Tony and Rose Kitchen. There's the cannoli. I will show you when I I don't have to show you when I fill them up, but when you put them in the oil, it's only a few seconds. It doesn't take long. Don't burn them. Just when you see them brown, you know, sometimes you have to turn them, but when you see them brown, take them out. You can let them cool a bit and pull this one out just like that. Just like that you pull it. And if you can't pull it out when it's cooked, just slam it on one side, it comes out quarter out, and then just pull it out. It's not hard to pull, okay? Tony and Rose Kitchen show you how to make bread, cannoli, okay? And as I said, I fill them up, and I don't have to show you how to fill them up, but I might not how, because it's easy. Fill them up your way. You can fill them up with a teaspoon, with the knife, with the piping. Fill them up with whatever you want. But when you fill them up, then you can put them in a container or on a plate with Glad wrap if you don't want to cook them right away. You either can put them in the fridge for a few days or put them in the freezer for a few months. It's up to you. All right? Thank you, Tony and Rose Kitchen from Australia. God bless you all. God bless you all.